What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Zero Productions. You guys, we got a massive update on The Flash's box office run. The second weekend, the most important weekend that The Flash will have, you guys. A massive drop-off is apparent for the film. As of Friday, you guys, it had an 81% domestic drop-off since its opening day last Friday. An 81%. Pulling in $4.5 million at the box office. Let me clarify this for you guys. This isn't good at all. This is absolutely a shame. I am in just disbelief how bad this film is doing, considering it's not a bad movie at all. I do think that people should go out and watch this movie because it's a lot of fun. It's entertaining. But to have an 81% domestic drop off your second weekend for that Friday is crazy. And it's being reported for a 70 to 76% domestic drop off for the entire weekend, you guys. The entire weekend, earning $14 million. Let me put in perspective for you guys. So, Shazam had $6.3 million its second opening day, a 68% drop off. Green Lantern earned $6 million, a 72% drop off. Black Adam $7.4 million, a 72% drop off. How is this movie doing worse than previous DC films? You have Flash, you have Supergirl, you have Batman, you have General Zod, you have all these cameos. How is this movie doing bad? And who is to blame? There are so many different factors, so many different elements evolving around this movie, you guys. So many. The fact that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is just killing it at the box office. It stole #1 on Wednesday, you guys. Keep this in mind. Across the Spider-Verse has been up for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And apparently it's going to take the #1 spot this weekend as well. That is a huge factor in the failure of The Flash's box office run, you guys. It is crazy. At the total right now for The Flash is 176 million worldwide. 176 million worldwide. I can't even believe it. Like, this is just, I am just in such huge disbelief, you guys. Like, this film definitely doesn't deserve this hate. It doesn't. Like I said, it's an entertaining movie. It is. But there's so many different causes, you guys. And we can go down the entire list of why this film is failing at the box office. One reason could be, well, it is incredibly expensive to go to the movies. Really expensive. And you got kids, and you're bringing a group of 3 to 4 to 5 people, you're looking to spend over $100 on tickets and snacks. So you have to really dial in and looking at the reviews, looking at the cinema score, which The Flash has a B. You really have to dial in on what movie to watch that particular weekend. Because if people are praising Across the Spider-Verse and saying it's an amazing film and you are limited and you have a budget, well, guess what? You're going to pick Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse instead of The Flash because it's doing better critically. That's just facts, you guys. So that's definitely a cause I do believe as well. Then you have the whole Ezra Miller drama. People aren't supporting him. They're not supporting this movie. I mean, that's a huge defeat within itself. You know what I mean? And it's definitely justifiable. People who don't want to support Ezra Miller are not supporting this movie. And I'm not mad at you. I mean, you are free to do whatever you want. And that's the way you feel. By all means, skip out this movie. You know what I mean? He did it to himself. He screwed over Warner Brothers by doing all these crazy things. I'm not going to get into it because you guys should know everything he's done, but that's his problem. That's his issue. Now it's the studio's issue, which could be losing $300 million on this movie. That is a huge problem. And as of right now, Warner Brothers is in trouble financially, you guys. If you guys aren't up on the news about Warner Brothers selling some of their shit, selling some of their IP, it's crazy. It really is. Some of the fan screenings, you guys have to take into accountability as well. They had so many fan screenings of this movie. So many fan screenings, right? For free. Those We're going to be paid customers. Fans saw this film multiple times free. That is an issue as well. DC, maybe hold off on your fan screenings. I mean, you know what I mean? There's no need for that. There's no need for that at all. The fact that, Tom Cruise was praising this movie, Stephen King, James Gunn was saying that this is one of the greatest superhero films he's ever seen. It's all bullshit. It's all BS. Like I said, I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun, but I can name you 10 Marvel movies that are superior to this Flash movie. Just like that, I can name you that shit. Like, it's crazy to me. Or it could be to some of the leaks, right? There was a bunch of leaks on TikTok and social media. That has a huge play. People saw the leaks. People saw the bad CGI, and they're like, oh my God, why would I ever go watch this? This looks terrible. That could play a massive role in it as well, you guys. Or like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, James Gunn's announcement about the DCU reboot. That could play a huge part in it as well, because people aren't invested in this DCEU anymore. They're like, well, why would I go watch this movie if this is going to get rebooted? I'll just wait until Superman Legacy. Fine. That could be a problem as well. One thing that Kevin Smith confirmed, you guys, was that Warner Brothers asked Christian Bale to return to this movie. They asked him. They wanted him to return as Batman, Bruce Wayne, whatever. He denied it. He was like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. And let me tell you, he dodged a bullet by not being in this movie. And they ended up going with George Clooney's Batman, or Bruce Wayne, at the end of this movie. And we all know how I feel about that, because I left the film with a sour taste in my mouth, because I was like, oh, you had one of the worst Batman or Bruce Waynes in your movie, and you thought it was going to be a massive, huge applause or a huge cameo appearance. No. You shot yourself in the foot by doing that. I think ultimately you should have stuck with the original ending of Michael Keaton, Supergirl, at the very end of your movie. Not going with George Clooney, you guys. That was just absolutely not a good idea. But this is just, it's insane to me. I remember doing the trailer reactions to this film, and I was saying, this is potentially $1 billion movie. Like, it can reach that $1 billion movie like Aquaman did. Aquaman is the only $1 billion movie within the DCEU, you guys. The only $1 billion movie, which is bonkers to me. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, who knows how that's going to go, or Blue Beetle. But should James Gunn be worried, you guys? Like I said in one of my previous videos, I do think they should take a whole year off. Don't start shooting Superman Legacy till the start of 2025. Take a year off. Let DC fans just get a break from these films, and then we can go from there. But push your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about the Flash's huge drop off this weekend. Thoughts and opinions, you guys. Do you think this film is going to make more than Black Adam? Please push your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think the issues are with the Flash. Peace.